We're using the Sigma 17 to 35 aspherical EX lens f2.8 to 4 purchased on eBay on November 4th, 2010. What we're going to do is we're focusing on a book with text, and we're using a 580AX for AF focusing only. We're then going to depress the shutter at half depressed and allowing the lens to focus, and we're going to observe what is going to happen. We're using also the Canon 5D Mark II. If you notice that the book has not been moved, the camera has not been moved, what is happening with the lens is that it's focusing at different locations.
It's focusing at different distances.
It's focusing at different distances. Is the Canon 5D Mark II 580EX with focus beam. As you can see, the book has not been moved and the camera is in the same position. What we're going to do is set the lens to the minimum focus distance and then halfway depress the shutter. We'll see where the distance is stopped, and then we continuously depress the shutter halfway to see if it has changed. We then move it to the maximum distance, depress the shutter halfway, and check if it stops at the same location. We then do it at a location in the middle and see if it stops at the same location again. So what we're looking for, if there's any change in the focus distance. Alright, we begin now. So you can see that stops at 0.7. Alright, and repeating, depressing the shutter, it doesn't change. We're going to move into infinity. We're going to do the same thing to see if it stops at 0.7 again. Alright, and indeed it did stop at 0.7. And now moving to 0.35. As you can see, it stops at 0.7. We're now going to compare the Canon 17 to 40L with f4 with the Sigma 17 to 35 f2.8 to 4 that was purchased on eBay November 4th, 2010. Now what we're going to do is test the focus accuracy of this lens compared to the Sigma. Now we are going to set the Canon 17 to 40L f4 to 0.28 focal distance, a minimum focal distance of 0.28. Then we're going to depress the shutter halfway to see where it stops when it's focused. Alright, and we're going to continuously do that to see if it changes the focus. After that test is completed, we'll now move the focal distance to the infinity and then repeat pressing the shutter halfway down to see if it stops at the same location, and then we do that repeatedly again to see if it still stops at the same location. We then test the middle, put it somewhere between 0.28 and infinity, and test if it stops at the same location. The equipment that we're using is a 580EX with for focus beam, 5D Mark II, and the 17 to 40L. If you can see, the book is in the same location, the camera is in the same location, nothing has changed. we're using the flash in manual mode. With flash turned off. Observe. As you can see, it stops at approximately 1, almost close to 1. Alright, so what we're going to do now is change the focus to infinity. Alright, you can see the location is still the same. Put it in the middle now, it still goes back to almost 1. Alright, so as you can see, it goes to the same location all the time. Alright, thank you.